Everything owes its existence solely and completely to sound.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being patient and allowing everybody else to join and also enjoying the video, which tells a lot of things about how frequencies have the ability to change physical matter. And that is what one of the topic of our discussion today. I welcome all of you. My name is Vikash, and I'm going to be your presenter of the day. I live in Bangalore from last decade, and I have been by education, I am an electronics and communication engineer, working as an automation engineer, done various projects into industrial automation. And within 8 months, I decided to fire my boss and became an entrepreneur into wellness, because there was a deep desire to help out people, to give them a better way to take care of their health. And specifically from last 7 years, I've been into frequency therapy, and helping up people from different countries around the world. And before we begin, I have some requests for all of our participants. I request you to be on your video, especially if you are joining in for the first time, because energy exchange, it gives a lot of encouragement and energy to the speaker if you are on the video. And if you are on the video, I request you to wear two things. One is your smile, and the second one is obviously your clothes. So, right, if you are wearing both of these, then please come on the video. That will help me to look at you, see your energy, and get more energy from all of you. So thank you so much. During the course of session, you might have some questions, and that is totally appreciated. You must ask questions. But I would love to have your questions at the end of the session, because it might happen that your questions will be answered in the coming slides. But in case, still, if there are some questions, we have a special Q&A session at the end of the session. The session will take hardly 35 to 40 minutes. So in case, let's say you don't have 35 to 40 minutes of your time today, you can join us in our next session. But meanwhile, I would love you to be there in the entire session and ask your questions as well. So since we are going to talk about quantum physics, and I'm sure the person who's invited you might have informed you about the science which we are going to talk about. It's about an AI artificial intelligence working on quantum science. And when it comes to quantum science, Albert Einstein had said once that if you are listening to quantum physics and you are not amazed, or if you're not confused, then you were not listening to quantum physics. So it is such a deep subject, and it is also considered to be the toughest subject of the world. So our topic of discussion is the toughest subject of the world. So please pay attention. If you are there somewhere where you have television set or you have some other distraction, please keep yourself away for next 35-40 minutes. I can guarantee you one thing, that you will be thanking me after the end of the session, because you're going to see something which will blow your mind as it blew my mind. And now from last 1 year, it has not just changed the way I am living, it has changed the way of my health, the way of my finances, and a lot more. My relationships, everything got improved the day I saw this, right? Because it is going to be an amazing session. So I request all of you to pay attention, right? Now, as we know that today we are going to talk about health, right? Health. So and how health and quantum science can work hand in hand. Now, when we talk about health, there are two segments or two industries which cater to health, right? One is the illness and one is the wellness segment. But both of these segments will underline one common thing. They all agree to one point, though they have two different philosophies. Illness industry, where you have hospitals, doctors, pharmaceutical companies. In wellness, you have a lot of modalities of healing, like Ayurveda, or maybe yoga, sadhana, Reiki, pranic. There are many ways where we have this wellness concept. So they might have two different world and two different ideologies, but they believe in one common thing, and that is the root of all disease or disorder is stress, right? So when we talk about stress, stress is not just the work. Oh, you have too much of work and you got stress. Stress can be in form of depression, anxiety, family relationship issues, injury, insomnia, exhaustion, stress from work, financial stress. You might look at your mother-in-law, you might get stressed. You might look at your boss, you might get stressed. So stress comes in different forms. And whether it is allopathy, homeopathy, or Ayurveda, or any other modality of healing or curing, they all will say that stress is the root of all disease. And if you read this book by Louise Hay, Heal Your Life, Heal Your Body, she explains that, and today it is proven that 98% of the diseases are psychosomatic, and sometimes even accidents are psychosomatic. So ultimately, it is a negative emotion, which is, if that emotion is there in our body for a long period of time, then we get into disorder or disease state. And stress is nothing but negative emotion. And what is emotion? Emotion is energy in motion. And what is energy in motion? Energy in motion is called vibration, and vibrations are made of cluster of frequencies. So ultimately, frequencies have the ability to change matter, and that is what we played a video before we started the session, that how we saw that every time the musician played some strokes, there was coherence in the physical matter, the water bodies, and even the energy body. We saw that in the video we just played at the beginning of the session. This was proven by Dr. Hens Jenny in 1935 for the first time, that every positive emotion brings coherence in our body, in our physical body. We saw, right, when the pianist was playing the piano, we saw that sand and salt particle took some formation, and it was very soothing to our eyes. But whenever the negative stroke was played in Dr. Jenny's experiment, the coherence would be distorted. And there was another scientist from Japan, Yokotama, who proved that since our body is made 70% water, he proved that if you speak, he did this experiment. You can find it on Google. There were a lot of volunteers he appointed in different rooms. They were asked to speak negative to the water, and some groups were asked to speak positive to the water, such as I am love, I am powerful, I am abundance. So when he did, when the experiment was concluded, whenever negative was spoken to the water, there was a distorted pattern in the molecular structure of the water. But whenever there was positive being spoken to the water, there was beautiful coherence in the water structure. Now, he also proved the same thing, that every time we have a positive thought or a positive emotion, it creates positive vibration in our body that creates a positive body. And whenever there is a negative vibration or a negative emotion in the body, it creates a non-coherent body or a disorder or a diseased body. And we in India believed it from thousands of years, right? But the greatest scientist of the century, Nikola Tesla, also believed in the same philosophy. He said that if you want to understand the secret of universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, right? And even Albert Einstein said everything in life is vibration. So we'll see a small video and find out how our physical body can be changed or can be affected by frequencies. Let's have a look.
One of the greatest inventors of all time, Nikola Tesla, the genius who lit the world, once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Say you are listening to the radio in your car and do not like the music that you are hearing. What do? You change the frequency. What many people fail to realize is that we can take charge of our frequencies in the exact same way. We tend to reduce our body's anatomy down to a simplified version that consists of only flesh and blood. But everything on this planet, animals, plants, and water, are made of atoms, which produce, emit, and receive energy, which operates at a specific frequency. Everything. All our tissues, cells, organs, emotions, and thought patterns have their own unique electromagnetic fields, as do allergens, viruses, or bacteria. All things have a frequency, including you, the human body. It has been shown that a normal person has a frequency of 62 to 72 megahertz. When the body drops below this frequency, we begin to get into illness and disease states. For example, if our frequency drops to 58 megahertz, then we are likely to get a cold or flu. If our frequency drops to 42 megahertz, we become susceptible to cancer within the body. The lower the frequency, the closer we are to death.
Yes, lower the frequency, closer we are to death. In this video, we just learned that a healthy body has a vibration of 62 to 72 megahertz. And when this vibration starts to come down, we get into disease state. For example, the frequency of 58 megahertz is when we start feeling insecure and we have fear. And that is when our body is prone to fever, cough, and cold. When our body frequency drops to 42 megahertz and it remains there for a longer period of time, the person can get cancer. And why we reach to 42 megahertz is when we have a suppressed anger or an unresolved negative emotion. That leads to cancer. That's how they say, right? Before anger can hurt somebody, it hurts you. So if we understand the entire philosophy and the science behind it, we understand one thing, that when our body drops, our frequency drops to the lower, we get into the disorder or disease state. Now, when we don't like the song in the radio, what do? We just change the frequency of the channel, we change, and we tune into the right frequency, the frequencies of the song which we want to hear. Can we do this with a human body? Right? Can we do that? Yes, we have been doing it from thousands of years using yoga, meditation, sadhana, Reiki, pranic. There are so many modalities: crystal healing, sound healing, Akashic record healing. So there are thousands of techniques in this part of the world where our ancestors have taught us that how you can change the frequency of yourself. But how many of us have the time today in this world that we put so much of time to do and practice all these things? Yes, we must. If we love ourselves, that is, we should give 30 minutes or 1 hour to our body every day. But was this ever proven by science? Yes, it was 1934 when Dr. Royal Rife invented a machine which would look like a mini refrigerator, and it had some regulators, and 2 copper electrodes would run down from the device, and a patient would hold it, or a person would hold it in his hand, and he would produce certain frequencies to change the health of the person. These frequencies were called Rife frequency. If you can Google, you can find it out. Now, he enrolled, Dr. Raif was heading a medical department in US in a university. And when he wanted to test his device, he enrolled 16 terminal cancer patients, and all of them got cured. Now, when all of them got cured, it raised eyebrows around the world. there was some people who were very happy and there were some people who were not at all happy. So such people should get Nobel Prize, but this gentleman was removed from his position. He was sent, his research was destroyed. And in the same year, the US federal government passed a law that anybody practicing any kind of therapy apart from allopathy will be considered illegal. So Ayurveda, Unani, homeopathy, herbologist, everything became illegal, right? Overnight. But that created a spark in the scientific community, and there were many scientists who became curious. How come frequencies did that work, and how it actually helped these people to be healthy? So this particular science, since 1934, was being studied closely by a lot of the scientists around the world. And this particular science is now being studied under a subject called quantum physics. And there are thousands of research, books, universities, coming out every day with more and more research proving that frequencies, microcurrent, and micro voltages have the ability to change health of a human body. I recently saw that I follow Dr. Viswarup Roy Chaudhary, and I saw that 0 volt bed. So they have made a blanket or a bed sheet where you can get into your voltage can be neutralized, right? Excess voltage can be neutralized. So when we understand this, that yes, this particular science works, and this science has been creating curiosity among all different age groups. One such scientist, a child from Germany, at age 16, chose to study quantum physics. Now, this gentleman is Marcus Meeke. You can see him on the extreme left side top. Marcus Meeke at age 16 became curious in the science and started studying quantum physics. By the age he became 20, he was not getting certain answers. You can imagine studying the toughest subject of the world. When I, at that age, could not understand physics properly, he was understanding quantum physics. So all these quantum physicists, when they don't find answers, you know where they go? They don't go to the university or to their lecturers. They come to India. He also came to India. Why? Because India is the home of practical application of quantum physics. He came to India, and he got so impressed by what he saw, he decides to spend his crucial year being a monk. Yes, he became a monk. He started following brahmacharya, and he stayed most of his time in places like Rishikesh, Himalayas, and also in Mayapur, West Bengal, as a monk, spending his time with all these Rishi Munis and people who had the knowledge of the Vedas, the Upanishads, and he started studying these Vedas. And when I heard him speaking saying the slokas from the Vedas, referring Vedas without reading from anywhere, I was literally blown away that a German can speak Sanskrit better than us, and he can read the slokas. When we asked certain question, he referred these Vedas, and I was literally blown away. So this gentleman, 12 years, he spent time in India studying Vedas, and also became a lecturer in a university in Rishikesh, Uttarakhand, where he was teaching astrophysicists, like astrology. And then after 12 years, he got the vision of his life. He went back to Germany and got mentored by Burkhard Heim. Now, this is the most important part of this presentation. Please listen to it carefully. Burkhard Heim was the only scientist who could tap into up to 8th dimension at that point of time. Burkhard Heim was also involved in Apollo mission. He played a very crucial role in giving the equation to defy gravity while going on space. And Burkhard Heim was a blind scientist and always published his article in German. Never wrote any article or published no paper in English, or only in German. And Burkhard Heim was also very much, he was also considered a quantum physicist. Now, he was a quantum physicist, and he had learned, or he had theories on how to tap into higher dimension. We know Einstein said the 4th dimension is time. In quantum physics, they say there are 12 dimensions. In our Vedas, they say there are 14 dimensions. So his mentor had equations and he had proper thesis on how to tap into higher dimension. Up to 8th dimension, he had learned it, but he never gave it to anybody. And specifically that point of time, the Russian spy agency, the American spy agencies were always behind Burkhard Heim to give away that technology, but he never gave it to anyone. He chose Marcus, because of his background, and he took an oath from Marcus that use it for well-being of people. And Marcus Smike did something amazing with that technology. He developed a technology which could analyze a person's quantum field or the bioenergetic field or the prana and find out what is happening in the physical, mental, and spiritual body, and then heal it through quantum frequencies. But he's a monk and a scientist, not a businessman. He did not have the money like Nikola Tesla or Rife. They did not have the money. So he got funded by his ex-student, who was his student in India, who learned astrology in India from him, was Christian Harper. Christian Harper is a multi-billionaire. He owns vegan restaurants all across Europe, and some of them have got Michelin star. Also, he owns a hedge fund called Superfund. After listening to Marcus Smike about what he has invented and what he wanted to launch, he decided not to invest anything. In his first round of investment, he did not decide to invest money, but rather he donated 100 million euros for this noble cause. 100 million euros as a donation, not as an investment, being an investor. Why? Because that project was also very close to his heart, because he also is a very spiritual person. In fact, he was there in India just in Vrindavan from last one month in India with his wife, Samnam Harper. And they are devotees in ISKCON, all of them. So Christian Harper and Marcus, they launched a company called Time Waver in Germany, where headquarters in Berlin, production facility in Mainz, and research and development in Kassel Castle, which is very close to Germany. Now here, when they launched this technology in 2006, this technology was called Time Waver. Now what this Time Waver can do, it can analyze a person's mind, body, and soul, and then correct it through quantum frequencies. The correction would be done by a doctor, and the doctor has to go under training, and it has to be a medical doctor, because frequency therapy is a very complex process. Now, this device in India would cost you around 50 lakh to 1 crore, and you need to have a clinic of your own, or a clinic. If you have a clinic, you can set up a clinic like this with training and with that, with your degree, and you can start helping people with this. By 2010, this technology became the Rolls Royce of frequency healing. And in India, there are 12 to 13 centers, I've heard that, of Time Waver, and there are 2,000 clinics around the world in 53 countries where Time Waver is there. Now, one analysis with Time Waver would cost you around 20 to 30,000 in Indian rupees. And if you want to go for a therapy, depending on what challenge you're looking to resolve, it might cost you somewhere between 2 lakh to 10 lakh. Now, this device, though it is that premium, and only premium customers can go, and clients can go and have treatment, still the waiting period in India with this technology is from anywhere between 10 days to 10 months. Right? You might have to wait for so long to get an appointment or get a therapy from this technology. Right? Marcus, even though this became a successful organization and the purpose was being resolved, Marcus is not the one who can decide on the business part, right? So he wanted to serve more people, as he's a monk. So he wanted to do something so that even common people can have this technology. So by 2010, more than 2.5 crore database was generated by all these 2,000 doctors sitting behind this machine and operating it. And the data was living in their servers. So what Marcus thought is, as all scientists know, they are visionaries and they can think of future. So Marcus knew that artificial intelligence is the future. So he started parallelly working on this technology, where using the database of the same technology, Time Waver, he can develop something which can be used by masses without being a doctor or without being a therapist. So he did something which exactly what Steve Jobs did. Now, this is the world's first computer, right? The Time Waver would cost you around 50 lakh to 1 crore, as I said. Now, this machine is $200,000. That is first computer. And to operate this, you have to be what? You have to be a computer science engineer. But when Steve Jobs launched his technology called desktop, now today we know that we don't have to be a computer science engineer to operate our laptop or our phone or our desktop. He made it so user-friendly. Same way, Marcus Smike did something that people can avail frequency therapies without being a doctor. And guess what? What he did, he converted that big time waver into a tiny technology, which I am also using it right now. You can see it here in my hand. And I'm taking a program of liver. Now, why I'm taking this program of liver? Because the AI app suggests me the top 3 requirement of the day of my physical, mental, and emotional body. So today it came liver, right? There were 3 programs it came. So today I'm running the 3rd program of the day, liver. Now this is called Healy. It can do 70% of what time waver can do. The professional edition of Healy can do 70% of what time waver can do. So if time waver is 1 crore, this should be 70 lakhs, isn't it? But it is not. It is not even 7 lakhs. So how does this technology works? What it is called? Let's have a look at the small video.
Healy is new, Healy is different, and Healy is extremely versatile. This little game changer is the first smartphone-controlled wearable that provides easy support in all important areas of your life with the use of frequencies. Healy analyzes the frequencies you need right now. Then the smart wearable applies subtle currents and individualized frequencies to your body via its electrodes. It strengthens your balance and harmonizes imbalances. Fitness, holistic health, and inner and outer beauty. Healy, over 120 programs to provide energetical support for you, for your body, and for your cells. Every single cell in our body is a small power plant that constantly produces energy. One thing is particularly important for this, the natural cell membrane voltage. And this is where the Healy comes in. With Nuno Nina's Gold Cycle programs that focus on rebalancing your cells. Healy also has suitable programs for many other applications on board. Programs supporting relaxation if you have a headache or back pain, but also for learning, concentration, or exams. Healy even offers support for mental balance, sleep, and stress. The Healy Beauty programs are supposed to support your inner and outer beauty energetically. In sports, the Healy is meant to promote performance, muscles, and regeneration. At home or on the go, in your leisure time or at work. In our opinion, health begins with good balance in all areas of life. This is what Healy stands for, state-of-the-art wearable technology, made in Germany to the highest standards. Based on use by 2,000 practitioners worldwide, who have seen as many as 500,000 patients. Healy, for me, and for you, and for everyone.
Healy for you, for me, and everyone. As you can see, some of them in the video were using it with these electrodes, as I'm using it right now with electrode bracelets. Some of them are using it with the earlobes, and some of them are using it without any of these. The device is designed, is controlled by an app. There are 3 apps. So all these apps are AI based, and it tells you how to use it. Isn't it fantastic? So you don't have to ask someone that, okay, tell me how to use it. Yes, of course, maybe first time or second time, third time, somebody might guide you. But after that, it is very user friendly, and you can understand that how to use these programs. Now, Healy is based on individualized microcurrent frequencies. It means what? That let's say I'm running a program for sleep, and Mr. Manjunath here is also running a program for sleep. So we both have 2 different sleep patterns, or we might have 2 different kind of life going on, and our bodies are different. So this technology, what it does, with the help of a quantum sensor, which is at the backside of this device, which is a patent, it can find out what is my requirement of frequency in the sleep program, and what is Mr. Manjunath's requirement of frequencies in the sleep program, and then the frequency generator, which is again a patent, and it can generate 9 million frequencies for life. 9 million frequencies for life, and it will be sent to either to my physical body or to my subtle body or my sukshma sarir. How? We'll see that in next few slides. But whenever it comes to a technology like this, it cannot be launched until unless it has got approved from certain bodies, right? Otherwise, how do a common man know? How does a common man know that I can use it, or is it safe, whether it is good for health or not? There are various bodies around the world. Before launching such technology in the marketplace, it has to be approved. So there is a 26-page document of approvals, but I'll just take you through one or two of them. So first approval, or the seal of approval, is the science-based seal, which is given to a technology which is developed in collaboration with doctors and practitioners. It has also got a quality and performance seal by Made in Germany, and it is a technology with 8 patents, and there are some pending patents. On top of that, in European Union, Healy is a medical device for treatment of pain in chronic pain, fibromyalgia, skeleton pain, migraine, as well as supportive treatment for mental illness such as depression, anxiety, and related sleep disorder. You see the CE certificate 0482 at the bottom. This took 6 years. The technology was ready in 2013, launched in Germany in 2019, because this certification is only given after hazardous trial, double placebo trials, and so many other trials. So in 2019, finally, in January 2019, this technology was launched in Germany and came to India officially in September 2022. It was earlier, people were getting it from Germany, and because there were time waiver centers where the people who had time waiver centers wanted to, they, as soon as they knew that it is developed by Marcus, the same organization, they started ordering from Germany. It is also cleared as a class 2 medical device by FDA. Remember, I said cleared, not approved. So there is a difference between clear and approval. Clearance is given to a technology. Approval is given to something which you can intake, right? So, but Healy is much more than pain and mental disorders, because this is what our medical science can understand. Medical science will not understand chakra, aura, energy. These things are beyond medical science. They have to still grow up to understand quantum physics. So there are more than 229 programs which caters to different areas of life, whether it is relationship, productivity, abundance, chakra, meridian, beauty, skin, learning, you name it. Whatever area or whatever challenge we face as humans can be addressed during the, using this technology. As I said that in the beginning of the session, that you will be amazed. I'm telling you, every person today who's using this technology is literally amazed by what this technology is capable of doing. Right? So we'll see some testimony, but before that, see, these 200 plus programs are not designed by Marcus. Of course, he needs people who have experience in this field of frequency therapy. So there are doctors, practitioners, scientists, homeopathy, allopathy, Ayurvedic doctors who have given more than 25, 30 years of their life in the field. And they are the health advisory board of Healy. For example, Caroline McMcCain and Martina Condis has designed a program called the Deep Cycle program, where deep cycle programs are basically programs to address the psychosomatic reason of our physical body. Very powerful program. Caroline McMcCain has given a program called McMcCain program, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And these people, you can just take a screenshot and Google. These people are who's who in their industry, given 35, 40 years in this field. And some of them have got patents. And they are multi-millionaires because of those patents. So these people came together from around the world, from including India, Poland, US, Germany, all around the world, Canada. They came together and supported this cause of Marcus and gave their valuable experience to Healy. And what is the science behind it? It's very simple. See, our body is made of cell. Everybody knows it. I don't have to tell you. But cells are made of molecules. Molecules are made of atoms. Atoms are made of subatomic particles. And subatomic particles are vibrating at a frequency and carries energy. And that is what creates an information field, or the prana. This information field, or the bioenergetic field, is where Healy works on. And this information field is not only for humans, for any living creature. Every living creature has an information field, or the prana. And this information field is connected to the supreme consciousness, which we call God, right? And that's how some of these frequencies are called the God frequencies. So the information field is where the Healy works in. It interacts with your information field directly, getting quantum entangled with your prana and finding out what is happening in your life, what is happening in your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual life. And then it can send those corrective frequencies to fix certain challenges through these frequencies directly entering into your prana. The other way is you can take these frequencies using microcurrent, as you can see, I'm using it right now in both my hands, connected to this technology, this Healy device. And then I'm taking frequencies of liver directly to my physical body using microcurrent. Now, why microcurrent is being used? Because microcurrent is something which has been used in frequency therapies from last 100 years. And microcurrent is not a current which is not there in our body. Every cell has a bioelectric current called the microcurrents. Why our ancestors used to say walk barefooted, walk on the ground, walk on wet grass? Because the earth's microcurrent is required to maintain the bioelectric of our body. We hear, right, lot many times that all of a sudden they get heart attack. So the reason is when the current supply of the pump is gone, the pump stops. So we need to walk on ground or wet foot or barefoot. It is very much advised. So these are the microcurrent which Healy uses. The same microcurrent Healy uses to transmit these frequencies to a physical body. And using microcurrent can increase the amino acid transport by 40%, protein synthesis by 70%, and ATP production by 500%. In simple language, if I have to explain, it simply means that we need energy from morning till evening. And this is the technology, this is the microcurrent, which additionally, along with this frequencies, this microcurrent helps us to improve our metabolism. That's how people who are diabetic, when they start using Healy, they see a very fast metabolic rate going up and they feel better, right? We don't claim to cure or treat or diagnose any disease. So let me tell that statement. It's a holistic healing device in India. And what Healy does is actually helps you to bring your cell membrane potential using microcurrent and frequencies to a optimum healthy level. Now, what is this optimum healthy level? See, every cell in our body has an inner and outer membrane. And the difference between the voltage of the inner and outer membrane is called the cell differential potential. And there were two doctors, scientists, Professor Roberto Becker and Professor Rojon Normström. And Professor Rojon was also the chairman of the Nobel Prize Committee for Medicine. He and his colleague, Professor Roberto Becker, did an experiment and proved that if the differential voltage between the inner and outer membranes is minus 90 to minus 60, this is where we remain young and healthy for a longer period of time. And we can even defy aging if we are able to maintain the differential voltage. When person starts experiencing pain or some sickness, it is because the differential voltage goes from minus 60 to minus 30. And in between minus 45 to minus 35 is inflammation, arthritis, conjunctivitis, bronchitis, and then BP sugar, and then uncontrolled cell division. So what Healy does, when you start using Healy, you will experience that you start looking younger and people start complimenting you. It is because over a period of time, it helps you to bring down your cell differential voltage to a optimum level, right? Now, when we talk about frequency and therapy, I am not the one who said this, or I'm not the one who's saying it. Albert Einstein said, the future of medicine will be the medicine of frequency. When I shared this presentation, I was just an observation. When I share this presentation with elderly people who might not be very tech savvy, but they are more open than somebody who might be of my age. I just was thinking, what might be the reason? Then I asked one gentleman, sir, you are 78. You are so fascinated with this technology. Why you are so fascinated? He says, you know what, Vikash? We have seen generation. We have seen how mobile phone changed the world. We have seen how wristwatches went to smartwatches. We have seen how landline went to mobile phone. We have seen transition in technology. So we have understood that future will, things will keep changing, because every time there is a new technology which changes the world, which changes the way we live. And it's so true. The visionary scientists said the same thing. And guess what? Dr. Reddy's lab, one of the biggest pharmaceutical company in India, invented a technology for migraine frequency machine for migraine. Without medicine, you can help your migraine. And it has one program of migraine, one program. Healy has 229 program. And Healy has an IMF-based program, means individualized microcurrent frequencies based on the person's requirement. But they have this fixed frequency migraine program, which is selling in market for 15 to 16,000 rupees. And Biocon is doing research on frequency antibiotics. We are talking about a technology which already exists, and there are a lot of companies working on the similar science, right? So here, as we talk, there are more than 5,000 practitioners around the world, professionals using Healy, more than 60 million applications in 57 countries around the world, right? Now, when it comes to technology, does it work? What is the testimony? Do we have testimony? We have got thousands of testimony in India. We have got more than 50,000 recorded testimony in just over a year. 1.5 years, 50,000 recorded ones. There are many people who are shy. They don't want to speak. Right here, we have a Facebook page called the Frequency Experience page. The person who's invited you can send you the link. You can join that page. There are more than 90,000 people, members there. And you can see that they come and share. Some of them, not everybody, comes and share that their experience, what they use and how they got benefited. So here, I'm just taking some screenshot for today's presentation just to explain that how people are getting benefited with this technology. People spend lakhs of rupees on health insurance. If you calculate 10 years cost, average family spends 2 to 3 lakh rupees in 10 years for health insurance. People are looking out for solution after they fall sick. What about health assurance? Why don't I spend money today so that I don't, because if I buy health insurance, it is not going to cure anything, or it's not going to help me to come out of diabetes or anything. It is just going to pay a certain amount of bill. Somebody called me and said 12 lakh bill, insurance companies are ready to pay 4 lakh. I was just having, I just said to that person, that's why I said, go for health assurance rather than insurance. Now here, there are people who have experienced Healy, and this is what they had to say. Ciara is talking about her menstrual cramp after using Healy. In just 2 months, she never had got her cramps back. She's a nutritionist herself. Now, Celia Fox is talking about her. At age 60, she was under severe depression and taking 10 pills, sleeping pills a day. Now, she's completely off medication and non-depressed life. Now, we are not telling that you should stop medication. We just say that start using Healy parallelly, and your doctors will suggest you that you don't need medicines anymore, because it is going to harmonize your cell. When your cells are in harmony, your body comes in harmony. Right. Here, Andy is talking about her migraine, chronic stress fracture, which she was suffering from a very long time. And Nicole is talking about her skin allergy issues. And she said, if you read her post, she says that actually she started to laugh when she was attending a session like this, and she was laughing. But since it was coming from a very close friend, and we have a refund guarantee, for 14 look-in period for 14 days, she said, let me try it out. And guess what? She says that after using it for so long, now she's 39, but looks like she's in her 20s. Now we have a beauty and skin program. So prostate programs, or people who have prostate issues, if you have an elderly person at home or in mid 40s or 50s, they have this challenge of getting up at night, going to the washroom again and again. Now you just take this challenge and start using Healy, and you see how it helps you. Again, I'm not saying that it is a cure or a treatment or diagnosis. It's just going to help you to harmonize your cell, whether that cell is from your liver or your heart or your blood, anywhere. Now, another one, this is my personal favorite. Bernadette is talking about her daughter who used to almost flunk in her exams. But after using this learning program, she scored 85%. And there are hundreds of testimonies of parents. And this is also a hot cake in the market, because India is a very study conscious, career conscious country. Now here we have these programs which help you to improve in your academics. Internet addiction, alcohol addiction, gambling addiction program. And this is my another personal favorite, digital nutrition mixture. When I saw it for the first time, I said, really, is it really possible? Then I understood the science. These programs are designed to help your body absorb nutrition from what we are eating. It is not a replacement of food. And everything has frequency. Food has frequency. We Indians, we knew, our ancestors told that there are 3 types of food: Rajasic, Sattvic, and Tamasic. Now, we don't believe until unless a Westerner proves it. So Andre Simons in 1936, a French scientist, he proved that there are three kinds of food based on its nutrition content: positive, neutral, and negative. Same, Rajasic, Sattvic, and Tamasic. So every nutrition has frequency. So what this device can do, it can produce 9 million frequencies for life, including the frequencies of vitamins, minerals, trace elements, and whatnot. So here we have a job sleep program. This lady is talking about how she had gallbladder attacks and also very less confident in talking. Now, after using Healy, she feels very confident and she now conducts her business without any challenge. As I said, this technology is not just for humans, but the entire family, including your pets, can use this technology. We have animal programs and animal lovers are going gaga about it. I have some Facebook friends whom I approached, and when I told about the Healy, every day I see their post that they use this on this dog, this cat, this monkey, this rat, and they get amazing results because children and animals are very, they get faster result than we adulterated adults, right? Because a lot of impurities have gone in our head. So animals and children get very, very fast result, right? We have the small video when this was launched in US in 2020. People were asked, how do they feel? And this is what they had to say. But now we have got testimonies in India, right? The person who's invited you can send you some testimonies. Let's have a look.
What do you think of Healy? I absolutely love it. Like, it's amazing. I'm blown away. Like, I can feel everything. I don't know. I just feel like it really came at a ripe and opportune time. It's amazing. I could cry. Like, it's to that level. Like, I'm like, this is it. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. I'll send that too. Yeah.
For the first time in 11 years, I haven't taken a Panadol Fort, which was my daily thing in 4 weeks. And I used to take like up to 10 a day, which was just...
About 15 or 20 minutes into the frequency, his whole demeanour just changed and the colour came back into his face. And he said to me, "So I'm great now, I feel good, Mum, I'm just going to go ride my bike for a bit." And he just took his Healy off, went outside and did a lap of the block on his bike, and completely feeling fantastic again.
My energy levels were great, my moods were balanced.
My mind feels like I've had, for lack of a better word, a brain flush.
And the other thing is, I always notice when I run the skin program, the next morning my skin feels like it's 100% silk. It's just unbelievable.
I'm getting the results right now and it's actually blowing my mind.
And I've just put on these little ear electrodes and Healy has a migraine program that you can run. And honestly, I've been running it for the past 10 minutes and the symptoms of my migraine have gone down about 80%.
My sense of calm is back, my happiness is back, my mental clarity, my concentration, my sleep, my blissful sleep is back.
Number one, back pain. And I almost fell out of my chair when I saw that. I was like, oh my God, the level of intelligence that this device has is absolutely mind-blowing.
Yes, the intelligence is absolutely mind-blowing. When I did my analysis on 17 September 2022 for the first time, I was literally blown away by seeing what Healy told me about my life. It told me about my state of body and my mind. I was wondering, how does this device knows what is happening in my life? What is my comfort of my body or discomfort of my body? I was literally blown away. And not only me, people like Sri Ravi Shankar ji was also blown away when he saw that there is a chakra correction programs where you can align your chakras of your body, aura of your body. He was literally blown away and we met and gifted him a Healy. Also, we have a lot of celebrities. I don't want to talk about that. But yes, we have got a lot of people today who are using Healy every 30 minutes. I'm going to repeat it. Every 30 minutes in India, one family is adopting Healy. This is the rate at which we are growing. And it's almost on the verge of becoming a unicorn. Because of the result, 94% of our customers share it with their near and dear ones because they see the results. We have another technology launched just 6 months back, and this is called the Mag Healy. Now, it is not a spacecraft. It is Mag Healy, basically Mag Healy is a device which can, where it can nullate the bad effects or the effects of Vastu or geopathic stress. So if let's say you cannot change the Vastu of your house, but you can definitely nullate the effects of Vastu using this technology. This can also, no, you can also program your water before you drink it. Because I said, right, Dr. Yokotama from Japan, who did this experiment of water therapy where you can speak to the water and then drink the water. If you speak positive and then drink, it will help you. This has 24 programs for well-being of water programs, wherein you can run such programs like nutritional transport or liver or something like that, and then a well-being, emotional well-being, and then drink the water. In just 10 minutes, you can program water. And also it has program for certain body parts and mind-related programs. Now, this is a next level technology. And guess what? This month, we are getting it free, if with Healy, right? So what is the cost of it? As I said, Time Waver would cost you around 50 lakh to 1 crore. But Healy starts with 43,000 one time, lifetime, with 2 years of warranty and 14 days of look-in period. Means if you don't like, you can return it. It's a German company, and in Europe there are very strict rules for that. So we have the price starts with 43,000, goes up to 3,46,000. Now the device from outside, it looks the same, because this is just 3% of what you're seeing. 97% is the program, the AI-based app which you have on your phone, right? On your phone. So the device remains the same, and the programs get unlocked with the features you choose to buy as per your affordability. Now, somebody asked me why there are 4 or 5 variants. It's very simple. Affordability and the market size, right? See, if you go and want to buy a Thar, Mahindra Thar, there are 4 variants. In 2-wheel drive, there are 2 variants. In 4-wheel drive, there are 2 variants. Here, if you see Healy Resonance and Professional, Resonance Plus and Professional, the top end model comes with mind, body, soul, and coaching analysis. The Resonance comes with only mind and body analysis and 98 program, but the last 2 models do not have any analysis. It has 10 and 61 programs respectively. The good news is that Valentine's month, there is an offer of 30% off with Resonance, Resonance Plus, and Professional. So this 2,46,000 becomes 2,40,000, 3,46,000 becomes 2,42,000, 2,16,000 becomes 1,51,000, and 1,30,000 becomes 91,000. There is no discount on the top bottom 2 model, right? Now, you can get in touch with the person who's invited you and find out what are the programs, but I'll just tell you the highest Professional has programs for digital nutrition, stem cell programs, which if you know, a lot of celebrities, they go to take stem cell injection. There is a place in Bangalore in Rajaji Nagar. It's called the Biogin or something, which is a stem cell clinic, where if you just go for stem cell therapy, you have to pay lakhs and lakhs of rupees. So here we have stem cell regeneration program called Bioenergetic Vitalization program, right? As I said, 94% of our customers, users, they recommend Healy to their friends and family, right? So we are looking out for people, because this is something which requires hand-holding, training, teaching. So we are looking out for people who are healers, coaches, businessmen, and they would love to help people. So if you are on that category, we can have a separate session and you can participate as a personal franchisor for this technology. But today is not the day, we cannot discuss that here. Just to look at and understand how big is, what is the future of such technology. See, 25 years back, nobody thought that we will have another bone in our body. As soon as we wake up, we don't check whether our organs are working fine or not. We don't check whether our hand is there, leg is there, but we definitely check where is our mobile phone. This was one person's idea that we can give communication in people's pocket. This was one person's idea to give wristwatches to people 100 years back. Today, it has definitely changed the way we live. Now, Marcus's vision is to give a personal healer or a doctor or whatever you call it, a holistic health advisor in your pocket. People are buying smartwatches just to find out what is their heart rate, BP, sugar. And that market of wearable is growing at a rate of 24% per year, 24.7% per year. And Healy is the only wearable today which can not only analyze, it can heal you. Smartwatch cannot heal you. But this is a technology which heals you as well. And that's what makes it so unique. And in next 10 years, out of 10, at least 4 or 5 will have a device like this. Healy has patents, so till 2028 maybe, there will be no competition. But after that, we'll have competition. But competition in AI is difficult because of the fact that it takes database for AI to work. And Healy right now has a database of 7 crore people that is generated from time waiver. Right. So it has got, so Healy is not a new brand or a new company. It is there from almost 2 decades now. And it is not easy to compete a first mover who is there ahead of its time, 20 years ahead of its time. Right. So this is the end of my session, and we are physically present in these blue pin dots physical offices, and product supply in these other countries where you can see the pink color is where we are product is supplied, and the blue pin is where we have physical offices in Bangalore. In India, the headquarters is in Bangalore. Our Asia Pacific headquarters is in Singapore. Right. So thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. I'm sure you must be having questions. Now, if you can please unmute yourself, no, raise your hand. I will help you to unmute yourself, and then you can ask me your question. You can also send me, if let's say you are not comfortable unmuting, then you can definitely put your questions in the chat. I will invite all your questions, and I hope it was fun listening to this. Yeah. If you have any questions, please raise your digital hand, not your virtual hand, because I cannot see everybody's video on the screen. So if you can raise your, there is a reaction button. You can go to the reaction button at the bottom or at the top, wherever is your setting, and just raise your hand. I will unmute yourself. I'll unmute you. Okay, there is a question in the chat box. Does it cure diabetes? Very good question. As I said that we do not claim to cure, treat or diagnose any disease. We have got testimonies. We have got people who have been using Healy, and they have got results. They have got fantastic results. They take the advice of their doctor. They get regular checkups, and the doctors have advised them not to take any tablets. So yes, we have testimonies, but again, I will repeat, Healy just helps you to harmonize your cell. We do not claim to cure any disease, as it is approved as a holistic device. So we have our own boundaries to speak. I hope you understand. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, any other question, you can please unmute yourself or just raise your hand so that I can, yeah, life coach Soumya Rajesh. Yes, ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Hi, Vikash. It was nice session. I have a couple of questions. Maybe
Yeah, sure.
you have already said in the session, but I wanted to get clarified more.
Sure.
So you said this Healy works completely on AI based.
Yeah.
Right. And you also showed different pricing modules.
Yeah.
And it covers only few types of healing. So if I
Yeah.
want something, this has to be healed. How will I come to know whether I need to purchase a basic model or the updated model?
Yeah. See, as I said that Healy works on harmonizing your cell. All these programs are chosen to do the same thing because the company has decided this package so that it can be used by everybody, irrespective of what challenge he or she has. But let's say there are specific challenges. For example, if there is doctors have told for knee replacement and you have 4 or 5 months of time before you can get operated, then you need the professional version because it has vitalization program, stem cell regeneration program. So the person who's invited you, that's how it is not sold over the counter, because somebody has to explain you or guide you, right? But the best part is you can start with any package and then upgrade it later. But with upgrade, there is no discount. Right now, there is a 30% discount. If you upgrade, there is no discount. The difference amount you have to pay. So yes, all the packages will help you to harmonize, but there are specific challenges, or if you want to address certain areas of life, then these are programs. And analysis is based on AI. So how do I know which program do I need, right? Or what is my body requirement? So when I use the Blue app, which is available in the Resonance, Resonance Plus and Professional, that can tell you that, okay, this is the program you need today, right? So we see any disease does not happen in a day. People carry diabetes from 20 years and they expect miracle in 2 days, right? So people who are not diabetic today, they think that they are healthy. right? But that's not the case. There is something happening in the body which we are not aware. Only when the symptoms comes out, we go to the doctor. So today there is a technology which can find out what is wrong today so that tomorrow you don't have to go to the doctor. So it is prevention more than cure. Right. So yes, but those who have some challenges, along with whatever therapy you are getting done from either Ayurveda or allopathy or anywhere, you just start using Healy. It will help you to recover faster.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
May I know
I
who
got,
is invited, Soumyaji, and from where?
sorry?
You are from Chennai?
No, I'm from Hyderabad.
Oh, you're from Hyderabad. Okay. And who has invited you?
Nafis.
Nafisi. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You have any other question?
Yes. So I bought a Healy, for example, I bought a Healy for myself, and does that can be used by my entire family?
Oh, absolutely. One device, there is no limitation on how many people can use the device. The limitation is time. For example, one program, let's say, is for average 35 or 40 minutes. There are some they're there for 10, 20 minutes. Some programs are there even for an hour. So you have only 24 hours. So yes, you can use this device for multiple people, but one at a time.
Okay. Okay. And you said it works on AI, and we have so many now smartwatches that calculates our heartbeat and everything. So those are run on our pulse rate, right? So how is this actually defines my past trauma, or my chakras are not balanced? How does AI know about my chakra balancing, or what am I thinking?
Okay. AI
I
is
might be fake, right? I might express happy emotion,
Yeah.
but then I'm feeling very low, deeper. I know frequencies, energies work, but then if someone is faking, so I just wanted to understand because it's AI, artificial intelligence, that human touch is not there. So I really wanted to check.
See, once upon while doing a
I
analysis,
can't see you somehow. I'm sorry for that.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you cannot see me. Then just move your screen. Maybe I'll come on your screen. Can you put me on spotlight, Rajendra? Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
I
you?
can see you now. Yeah. Thank
Oh,
you.
this is too big. I cannot see others now. Right. Okay. Okay. 1 second. I'll just how do I change it? Okay. Remove spotlight. Okay. Okay. So anyways, so yeah, you asked a very good question. See, I was doing an analysis of a person and in front of his wife. So an analysis came. We generally don't read because it's very personal to the person. So it came, the person is very dominant in his family, in his household. And he was like taken, no, I'm not like that. No, I give full freedom to everybody, this, that. He was offended. But later his wife calls us and says, yeah, it is, we want to buy this because everything was right. Though my husband denied it, but he's like that. So here it is not sensing a pulse. It is sensing the prana, the information field, and the information field cannot lie. For example, if you have heard of Mr. Dhirendra Sastri ji, very famous these days, very young, and if you go in front of him, he will tell everything about you. So this is a science which he has learned through sadhana. Now, the quantum this device can tap only up to 8th dimension. Mr. Dhirendra Sastri might be doing even higher. So this device can analyze your information field and tell you what is happening. Right? So there is no chance of faking. If the person is not open to analyze, then we don't analyze the person.
Okay.
Right? But whatever it comes on top. And if he's faking it, it will tell the person is faking it. Right? So it is that intelligent, and AI is basically used for analyzing which program has to run. The program has to run, which program the person needs and what is the top requirement. That is where AI comes in picture. And the quantum sensor does the analysis.
Okay. So beginning of the session, you mentioned that you are programming today for the liver.
Yeah.
What does that mean, actually?
There are many liver programs, liver in nutrition, liver in meridian, liver in one or deep size. So when I did my analysis, it suggested me that I need these meridian programs today. So there will be 5 programs recommended every day. You can do an analysis once in 5 days, and every day you can choose to run these 25 programs. So I generally run 3 programs in a day as suggested by the company.
So those programs means that is music?
No. This is a program of frequency. The device will generate frequencies and send into my information field or in my body, physical body.
Okay.
So I just click on the program and it starts running through the pink app, and I take these programs. So the program is over now. It was a 59 minutes program, 54 minutes program. The program is over.
Okay. So got it. Thank you so much. I have one last question. So you said one Healy device can be used by entire family. So for example, I wanted to use this device for my grandmother who is not keeping well. Okay. She don't know how to operate, and I messaged her. I kept her certain program, but then when she's doing something, she clicked on something. Then how can I help her?
Okay. First of all, it is not a bomb. So, right. So even I remember those movies when okay, which one to cut, the blue wire or the red wire? So it is not a bomb. Even if she presses something, it is only going to do good to her. It will not blast, or it will not have any any bad effects on the body. It's all programs are designed for well-being, and it can only produce 9 million frequencies pro life. For example, when you ring a temple bell, it will produce certain frequencies.
Correct.
Those frequencies are good for everybody. And no matter who is ringing the bell, it will produce the frequencies. It will not produce a frequency which can kill somebody or which can harm somebody. Similarly, this device, temple bell is also man-made. This device is a technology developed after so much of research and can generate only frequencies which are good for us. And second, user interface is so good that you can, my mother is also using it. She knows how to operate Facebook, and she is not from English medium, or she does not know how to read and all that, but she can still run the program because the digital display, is very user friendly interface, so she can use it. Let's say if she's living not living with you, in that case, you can give her a training, or maybe you can teach her 1 or 2 days and she'll be able to do it.
No, my question is, if something wrong, that is not suggested for her, and then I get any notification?
No.
She did.
No, there is no way that you can run something wrong, because there is no program called wrong program. All programs are good. So no problem. Only that you have to set the intensity and see whether the frequencies are going or not. That in the training we will guide you. The person who's invited you will help you to use that's how it is not sold in the open market, because it requires hand-holding. See, at 12 o'clock somebody can call me or message me, Vikash, no, I'm not able to do this, or I want to do this. But when you buy it from from a general ordinary place, then you cannot reach them at 12 o'clock midnight. So this is why this is a community. It is not I'm not here to sell you a product. I'm here to sell you the community. A community which believes in upliftment in all areas of life, whether it is mind, body, soul, or whatever you can think of. So it is a community of people who are aligned with the universe or universal energies, right? So thank you so much, Soumya ji. If you have any questions, you can go. You can definitely ask. Okay. There's one question in the chat box. Sheetal ji, you want to unmute? Okay, you found answer online. Don't look for answers online. You can get in touch with the people who have invited you. There is a different packages, because there are different programs like 98 programs, 124 programs, 229 program, and the analysis. So based on what features you want to add, you can choose the package. Most 80% people go with the professional because it is one time, lifetime. And I always compare it with insurance, and I see that 10 years people spend 3 lakh, 4 lakh rupees on insurance in the entire family. What if I just spend 2.5, 3 lakh rupees one time, lifetime for everybody as a health assurance? And it is a blessing. I am just telling you that you have 14 days to try it out. If you don't like it, return it. 14 days are more than enough. 70% people feel the difference in 6 applications, which can be taken in 2 days. We have 14 days. And guess what happens after 14 days? Either you will buy the second device, or you will tell your closest friend or a family member that order it, because it is going to help them at that level. And we have seen transformation of people. transformation in their health, their mental health, their relationships, their finances. We have seen, I just got a call from somebody from Chennai. He's in my team. He's a corporate trainer. And he said 15 days, he used to have work, and 15 days he was off work. And he was full of stress all the time. And because of stress, he had this diabetes problem. Now, after 3 months, the same guy is saying, now I have full 30 days work. I have more work, less stress, no stress. And my doctors have told me to stop my medication for diabetes. And he's so excited that he has corporate students, he does corporate training. He's organizing an event when he wants us to come and speak, and he wants to help everybody. So this is how this technology works, and this is how the results are so good that you cannot, if you're a good human being, you will not stop yourself sharing it with your loved and dear ones. But first you experience it, and you have 14 days to try it out, right? Any other question? Chameli ji, you already are part of our family, so you can get in touch with us after this call, because I have to end this session, and you can ask your questions there. You can call me or Leena ji and get your questions clarified. Yeah. Anybody else? Yes, I think we have taken all the questions. If any one of you has any question, and if it is not answered, you can just get in touch with the person who has invited you and get your questions clarified. And just let me tell you one more thing, that this offer of 30% is only for this month. Last month, the offer was 35%. So those who bought in January bought at 35% off. This month it is 35%, 30% off. Next month it might be 20 or 25%. The reason is that every day Healy is getting testimonies, and now people are aware that this is a device which is going to help you. So get in touch with the person who's invited you. And one more important thing is, only and only buy it from the company's official website. If somebody offers you a product, Healy, at a lower price, please report it to us. It might be a second hand or a device which was purchased at a lower price in the beginning of the offers, and it will not be in your name. Tomorrow, if the person decides to change the user ID and password, you'll not be able to log in, and you will have a bad experience. So please avoid buying it from any third-party website. Only and only buy it from company's website. And if somebody is offering you, let's say, heavy discount, just report it to us. We will take care. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye-bye.